I think they needed them to have space for the flashback setup. The body shot was nasty, though. I really liked the flashback episode. I do sort of wish that they had spread out the flashbacks throughout the season, just because I think it would have been... I think it would have been a little bit more impactful. Just pacing-wise, I think it would have made a little bit more sense for that to have happened. Just because, so the fact that they did the porch scene where they have Joel confirm that he did it, and she gets mad at him. And in the game, not to be like in the game, but in the game, they confirm it. Shit, hold on. In the game, they confirm it, and Ellie says, I never want to talk to you again. Like, I'll go back to Jackson, but I don't want to talk to you. And I think that just is so sad and tragic. And we think, as the players, we think that they just don't talk until the dance scene. And it makes it even more tragic that, and I know it's not true that they do talk, but we think, as the people watching, we think that they just don't talk until the dance scene. And it just makes it more sad, and we think that's the reason propelling Ellie forward. But by showing us the porch scene, and by showing it us now instead of the end, I think that, one, I don't know how they're going to, like, push Ellie to the final level of forgiveness, and two, I don't know how they're going... They've like taken out the waiting. Like, Joel needs to wait. I feel like Ellie needs to sit with it for a little bit before she can, like, truly forgive him. And I think that... Fuck. Oh, I thought that I had... Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm not going to read your chats until I'm back to being stealthy. Although, maybe they don't know where I am anymore? Nice. I think I got away. Come at me, bro. Who is shooting at me? Are you shooting through the door? Oh! They look up sometimes, great. On the other hand, I don't want to wait 4 years for the rest of the porch scene. Yeah, but that could also be handled by just shooting. They could have shot this season back to back. What the hell? Give me a checkpoint, goddammit. I feel like they could have just shot the porch scene, or not the porch scene. I feel like they could have shot season 2 and 3 back to back and then just spent this time editing it. Kind of like how they did the Wicked movies, right? But they didn't. And it's not that they didn't. I feel like they could have had it greenlit. I mean, season 1 was fantastic. They didn't even start production until, like, the second to last episode. So, I was really upset that we didn't get the arcade bloater in the show. It's Ellie's boss fight. We didn't get so much in the show, honestly. I mean, not just the arcade bloater, but they just bypassed so much. I mean, with Hillcrest... We didn't see Hillcrest at all. And Ellie she like transported to the hospital, so we didn't really see the outside of it either. We saw it a little bit, I guess, but we didn't see much of it. And then, what else? We didn't see the boat scene where she steals the boat, but I kind of low-key get that. I don't really mind that one, just because I don't think it would have translated right. Had a family member work in the film industry, but it was a bit risky to shoot back-to-back due to the lack of Pedro Pascal. Oh. Yeah, I did see that they said that viewership has dropped like 50% or something like that. So he's going to turn around and we're going to wait. Because stealth is all about patience. It is not, and I mean, they really suffered from that. What do you guys think about the fact that some people thought that
What was that?
thought that the second show should be... What do you guys think about people who thought that season, like, making everything chronological? Because a lot of people didn't like how they had Ellie's Day 1 through 3, and then they had Abby's, and they thought that we should just... Shit. A lot of people thought that we shouldn't have seen Ellie's Day 3 and then separately seen Abby's Day 3. They thought that we should just have them both, like let's say episode 1 is Ellie and Abby. They wanted us to see everything together. I kind of like how the game was changed, or how the game was formatted, I should say. Sorry, I'm not very good at talking when I'm in the middle of a fight sequence. But I kind of like how the game was formatted, personally. But I did see that complaint that they wish it was changed like that. What are we doing, sir?
Hey, you over there?
He's not here.
Come on, fan out!
Oh, shit.
You see him?
Joel's not very stealthy when it comes to hopping over things. I don't like that. No split. We still haven't connect with one side at a time. Ooh, the trash can, the trash can. Okay, hopefully someone doesn't come up behind me.
Nothing here either.
Someone's behind me. I hear them. I hear them behind me. This trash can, the fact that they've animated it to move is screwing me. I think it's kind of weird how they tried to make us sympathize with Abby when she shot Tommy. I mean, she did a lot more than just shoot Tommy, though. She tortured Joel, which was, I think, the main reason why people disliked her, right? Do I like part 1 or part 2 more? That's a really tough one. I love the story to part 1, and I do think part 1 was just, like, so ridiculously ahead of its time that it's kind of, like, almost a little bit unfair to compare the two. The gameplay for part 2 is far superior. Like, far superior to part 1.
He's not over here!
Finish it. The gameplay is far superior, and I love the story for part 2. Like, I think there's just nothing that pulls that kind of grief out of you. But part 1 it's like a nicer game to play. It's like more of a comfort game. Part 2 just kind of makes me hate my life, low-key. So I like the gameplay for part 2 more. I probably like the second game more. Like, I'm replaying the first game right now. The first game also holds a lot of nostalgia, right? Like, remembering when you played it back in a simpler time. Because the first time I played it, I was in college, and I had no responsibilities, which was nice. And the second time I played it, it was in the middle of COVID. Or, sorry, the game 2 was in the middle of COVID. But I think game 2 is the better game. Team Ellie or Team Abby? I don't dislike Abby. I don't dislike Abby towards the end. Like, obviously, at first I did. But I'm Team Ellie all the way. I love Ellie so much. She's my girl. I'm a Joel defender and Ellie defender till the day I die. But I don't hate Abby anymore. Obviously, I hated her when I first played the game, and almost every time I restart the game, I kind of have to pull myself back and be like, okay, you don't actually hate Abby. This is just like a really intense part. But definitely Team Ellie. I understand Abby. That's true.
He ain't here. Keep looking, man.
They sound so scared. I'd be scared of Joel too. I really wish they would spend a little bit more time searching, because
You see him?
this is
Over
not
there!
them jumping in here and then jumping out directly after is not working for me. He was in denial since he did call it an experiment, but yeah, he at least approves of Dina. Yes, I'm glad we got that scene where he's just like, I don't know her intentions, but she would be lucky to have you.
So close there.
But, I mean, someone did point out that Joel grew up in Texas, so that's totally fair. Texas was not super progressive as a state. I just don't really think Joel in the game would care, right? Like, he just doesn't, because Ellie's not actually his daughter, right? Like, he doesn't care if she cusses or messes around with girls or gets a tattoo, you know? Like, he might view her as a daughter figure, but not her actual daughter. Yeah, you're where Joel grew up, like, what, 20 years ago?
Me?
I'm sure it's not as
How are you?
common to have a gay daughter and be immediately accepting. We've come like a long way in terms of being progressive, which just goes to show, I mean, even like more so, I know we talked about this a little bit, like, this game was so ahead of its time. I mean, not only did they make Ellie gay, they made Frank and Bill gay too. And you just know that, like, you know, making girl characters gay is usually slightly easier of a pill to swallow for audiences, not as much. And it should definitely not be that way. It should be you should be equally as accepting of one or the other. But just like, in terms of stigma, one is usually stigmatized a little bit more than the other. Honestly, I think Joel was just like, hey, it's the apocalypse, so who cares? But also, oh crap, I forgot puberty was a thing due to my life. Due to my life through the apocalypse made me forget the innocence of growing up normally. Very true. Joel's feelings are far more on-nose in the show than the game, which I like. They make him have more feelings in the show. He was pretty closed off in game. Like, he really didn't have, like, he didn't show his feelings, you know? They made him go to therapy in the. At what point does Ellie lose herself, during her revenge mission or after she spares Abby? I would argue that Ellie begins to get herself back after she spares Abby. I think she loses herself, let's see,
Fucking open it! Go!
maybe after she discovers that she killed Mel, a pregnant woman. Does trauma shape who Ellie becomes or reveal who she already was? Trauma shapes who she becomes in the game, and it reveals who she already was in the show. They're two different Ellies, in my opinion. It's like the nature versus nurture thing. In my opinion, in the game, it's nurture. I think Joel is the reason why she is the way she is. But in the show, it's nature. The therapist says they're walking side by side, two peas in a pod, right?
Henry! He's awake!
Hey, you. We're alive. Okay.
See? What'd I tell you, huh?
Put him in his
Good.
place, Joel.
Everything's fine.
I don't even blame
No,
him.
Sam's the one who spotted you. You guys are taking quite a bit of water.
What's wrong?
Henry!
Get back, son!
Hey! He's pissed, but he's not gonna do anything.
You sure about that? Stop!
Joel?
Even Henry knows that
No.
The shove was
You had a good
deserved.
chance of making it, and you did. Coming back for you, putting him at risk. Stay back. If it was the other way around, would you have come back for us?
Exactly. He would
Saved
not.
you.
Is Abby's redemption arc believable, or did it feel forced to make
Same
fans
too.
empathize with her?
You would have drowned.
Low-key, I think the entire, like, part of Seattle was a little forced. I mean, forcing you to play as Ellie, who usually has to, like, kill dogs, whereas with Abby, you're throwing the toy, you're, like, real cute, you're saving Lev, like, just inherently, you're gonna empathize more with Abby. But I don't think that the game did, like, it wrong. Like, I don't think it was super forced. Like, yeah, Lev and her timeline was pretty short, but I think Abby needed someone. She needed to take care of someone. She
I'm
needed
really happy you didn't kill me.
that, just where she was, because she was really sad even after she killed Joel. It just didn't really help anything. Is there a Firefly pendant over here? Probably not, but what I didn't like was that playing as Ellie, you could have been on a murderous rampage, but breaks down after Nora. I think the problem with Nora is that, yes, she is on a murderous rampage in, like, pre-Nora, but
Cool.
she doesn't torture any of them, right? Like, Jordan
Hey, maybe we
Jordan
can find something in that boat over there.
dies pretty fast. Nora's the first person she actually tortures. Henry saving them made it up. To me, the challenge is to step out of Ellie's shoes and learn about the people Joel hurt. Yeah, and I think they do a really good job of that. I mean, I still don't empathize with Jerry. But I think in general, empathizing with Abby, I definitely do that. And yeah, cutscene Ellie is different than gameplay Ellie. Like, I don't think it's necessarily canon for you to be John Wicking, like, all of Seattle, you know?
Whoa.
But to a certain extent, I feel like Ellie canon is like if you were to play on Grounded, you know, and if you were to play on Grounded permadeath. So like if Ellie canon would be on Grounded permadeath, where you have limited ammo, limited everything, and basically you have to sneak through almost every encounter because you're on permadeath and you don't want to risk it. Aw.
It's too small of a grave.
I forgot to leave that stupid robot on his grave. What should I do with it?
Ellie,
What? I want to talk about it.
no.
See,
Why not?
How many
Ellie
times do we need to
at
go
one
over
point wanted to handle
Things
loss in a healthy way.
It's just...
That's
She
enough.
learns to shove it deep down
I'm sorry.
and never speak of it again from Joel. Sorry, Ellie girl, I know.